My name is Jessica Westcough. I am the Active Campus Coordinator here at West Lothian College.
Might sound pretty simple, but what do you actually do as an ACC?
So I always describe it as that I make opportunities for physical activity and sport. I get the inactive active, but we do it in different ways. So that could be recreational sport, it could be competitive sport, it could be curriculum sessions where we go into a childcare class, for instance, and do a play unit, but we fit in a bit of physical activity, and I get to kind of give them a little spiel at the end of what's going on campus, because the big thing for us is the communication and actually getting across to the students what's happening on campus and how they get involved as well. Today we'll show you a little bit more of what we've got scheduled, but yeah, usually quite back to back in the mornings, and then the afternoons a bit more admin work, kind of looking at desk work and seeing what we're getting organised for the rest of the year. This morning we've had a 7:40 core class, so this is a fitness class that is open to students and staff for free. Good way to start the morning, especially on a Tuesday morning. Get yourself active and ready for the rest of the day. You got the scan on?
Come on, hi. Got the whole makeup done.
You're right. You're good. One more to go. 20 seconds and you're finished. I was actually a student at the college about 11 years ago. I'd done a sports course just outside high school, wasn't too sure what kind of pathway I wanted to go down. After doing that, I knew that sports was kind of my go-to, so I applied to uni. I went to Abertay to study sports science, and then when I left I moved back home and then started working for a junior school in Edinburgh. It was mostly focused on running a sports centre, so kind of daily operations, but also it had the different side of sports and after school activities and holiday camps. When the Active Campus Coordinator role came up, I thought it would be a good challenge, and the fact that I'd moved from junior school level to actually working with different populations and age ranges as well, from kind of 16 upwards. So yeah, that's kind of my journey.
With the core class done, Jess next leads a mental health awareness session for social services students before moving to the studio for box exercise with one of the college's assisted programmes.
This is for our shoulder joint, getting it warmed up, because we've got a bit more balance. We can shift our weight from back to forward.
Hi, I'm Michelle Forrester. I work at West Lothian College and I'm a skills coach. Jess works with a few of the groups that I have. I get them down at least once a month. We come down, we do a little bit of well-being, we do some games in the gym hall where we do boccia, we do curling, we do archery, very badly sometimes, but we still do it. And the students really enjoy it. It kind of gets them really hyped up, especially for this morning for these guys. Tuesday's their first day back, so it gets them started and motivated really well.
Ready?
Unfortunately, like a lot of people within the college, not everything's running straightforward for everybody all the time. So sessions like these ones are really good for pent up aggression and anger, not just general well-being. So they've been really well received from the college and the students.
Joints! Oh, loosey-goosey now. The assisted programmes are just really good groups. They're always very keen to get going and trying something new. And obviously it's just a bit more rewarding in the fact that we see them come out their shells a lot more compared to different classes. A lot of our guys have different disabilities, so really making sure that everything that we're doing is inclusive and giving them that kind of safe environment, so then when they come to activities they already know that they're safe and they have me and they've kind of already engaged with me and kind of know my face as well. Right now we are heading into the sports hall. We've got our lunchtime recreational basketball session as well. So we usually get around 8 to 10 bodies every lunchtime. So right now they're just going to be warming up and then we'll get into a couple of fun games as well.
Jess has also opened up the college's gym for HND students to gain practical experience on campus.
It's great just to have an extra pair of hands and making sure that they're getting the placement side of the benefits of it, but we're also getting the benefit in the fact that I can now go put on another activity. Usually we see them in a kind of peer classroom and they're having to coach their peers, and then they're a bit awkward or they're not too sure about it, and then coming here they're actually having to do it with staff members or people they've never met before, so you see that completely different side of them. It kind of puts it into a more realistic environment for them. There's nothing else after HND Fitness at the college, so we know that they are going to be leaving us at the end of the year, so it's just good to know that we've done the best that we can do, and then they've got the tools and kind of the knowledge to then take away when they go into their employment as well.
Despite having only been in her role for 18 months, Jess has made a notable impact at West Lothian College.
My name is Hazel Brady and I am the Vice Principal at college, and I head up the Learning and Attainment. I see Jess all the time being active with students, with staff, with our community, our wider community, but I take part in some of our classes myself, which I love. I'm very lucky to have that coming into work and be able to do it. I have a great view from my office, so I sometimes look out the window and I can see a variety of things happening. I think a few weeks ago there was paint getting thrown against things and just keeping students really active. Lots of fun things. Oh, it's had a huge impact. I think we talk about, everybody knows Jess, everybody knows who Jess is. Even if when you come to college and you start a new course, within the first day probably you would meet Jess. And then at your induction, you have a great induction where Jess does lots of active things to do some team building. So you've got students that come on campus that have never met each other before, so it's a really key thing for students to be able to do. And it's in a fun environment. You can be quite embarrassing if you're asked to do things in front of people, but it's a great environment. I watched a video recently of Jess with the students. She does a variety: pickleball, basketball, football, team builder. It's a whole load of things. So yeah, busy all the time. I think because there's been so much activity across college that students then, it makes their, in terms of their learning, they're much more engaged in their learning because they're much more active. The staff talk so well about Jess, about what she does with her students. You've got some students that, we've got assisted programmes that Jess is taking into the gym that would never ever go into the gym or do outdoor exercise. Some students who, maybe they're studying all day and they need a wee bit of a break, so it just helps them in terms of activity, helps them engage in their learning as well. So it's been a great addition to the college. It's just a shame we've only had Jess for a few years. We should have had her much longer, because it really has a huge impact on our students.